Is we live? Is we on, honey? Go, shawty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. Hey. All right, y'all. So I am 38 today, 38 years of living. I feel so blessed. I feel so privileged. I'm like, wow, like 38. I had some conflict about this because I was just like, it feels like a weighty number, but I'm happy to be here. I've been doing a lot of reflection the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, I really am that girl. Like, I've accomplished a lot, and I still have so much that I want to do. So I don't even know where I was getting that anxiety from, but I wanted to come down here and celebrate with y'all, have have a little bit of an Aperol spritz because this was the last of the Aperol that I had. I wanted to talk some Bravo updates with y'all. And then when I'm finished with this drink, I'll just have some of my Prosecco. Okay, so quick story. I ran to the store with my sister to grab some Prosecco from the store. This was maybe like less than an hour ago. Okay. My timing is amazing today. My timing was impeccable. Anyway, I went into the store. I saw this man in there, and I think he had on some like Versace glasses. And I was like, oh, okay, he looks fly. I could tell he was African. Like, just the way he was dressed and everything, I already knew what time it was. And I was like, oh, hey, like, I love your glasses. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. So I went to grab my bottle of Prosecco out of the freezer and I put it on the counter. And then my sis was like, she was going to get my bottle or whatever. So my liquor lady was like, well, why are you so dressed up? What's going on? And I told her it's my birthday. She's like, oh, you're 21. I'm like, no, I'm 38. So the dude who I just complimented on his glasses, he was like, oh, it's your birthday? He was like, go get another bottle. And I was like, period. So I just got 2 bottles of Prosecco from a really nice gentleman from Cameroon. And I feel so blessed. Oh, wait. A couple of y'all cash at me. I got to give some shout outs really quick. I got a cash app from Bishop Truth. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you. This was nice. I didn't expect that. Thank you so much, Bishop Truth. And then Ashley P 444. The way you blessed me. Thank you so much. I feel so loved today. Today, the only thing I wanted to do was like relax. And that was exactly what I did. I took the day off from work. I feel amazing. And then like all of my favorite people hit me up this morning. My bestie Jelani hit me up. Jade hit me up. My bad, y'all. I'm getting messages. I just got another voicemail, not voicemail, like voice message from somebody that I hold very close to my heart. I just feel so, 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 so loved. Oh, I got some super chats. Oh, period. Hold on. Thank you so much for the super chat, Symmetry. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are making me feel so loved. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I'm a new subscriber, but I'm going around feeling stalkerish watching all of your reviews. I really love your demeanor, charisma, and outlook. You are so pretty and sweet. Thank you so much. How do you say that? Is it Rish or Rish? Thank you, Rish the Fish. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And welcome to the channel. I hope that you'll stick around. Thank you for everybody who's showing up in the live. Let me shout y'all out really quick. Who all is in here? I've just been rambling. But we're going to talk the Bravo things. We're just going to have a quick little chit chat. Thank you, Matt Tosh. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ebs. Hey, Jameer. Thank you. Thank you, Raina Baby. Who else is in here? Hey, Nyla. Thank you. The Peach from DC. Happy birthday. Thank you, boo. You are so talented. I'm glad thank you so much, Ashley P. I appreciate you, boo. Oh my God. I really feel so loved today. I feel so loved. Hey, Kahara. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Bellsview. All right. So I have a decent amount of y'all in here. And cheers. Cheers to 38. I still can't, I'm like, when did I turn 38? Today I turned 38, but it just feels like that number feels so crazy. I'm like, what is going on? Like, when did this happen? But I'm like, yeah, I'm 38. You know what I'm saying? Life is good and it keeps getting better. So, yes. Thank you, Carla. Drop the skincare routine. That's so funny. I don't even have like a super major skincare routine. I do so many different things. Like one thing that I do, I am adamant about is when I take off my makeup, I wash my face, I use oil first. So I do the oil cleanse method. You can use almond oil, you can use any oil that you can use on your face. And I just like wipe off the makeup with the oil first, and then I do my wash. Every once in a while, I'll do an exfoliator. The exfoliator that I like is from this company called Glossier. I also really like Paula's Choice. So I don't really do a whole lot. I do a very simple moisturizer at night. Yeah, sometimes it's, what is that company? La Roche. Like whatever I find, if I'm out and about and I'm like, oh, I want to try a new moisturizer. Oh, I want to try that. Like I kind of cocktail my products and I try different things. So I don't even really have like a set thing. Oh, but you know what I do absolutely abide by? I always, you know how on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that producer was asking Shamea, why is Shia always greasy? Baby, I grew up a greasy child. That's Black people's business right there. In the winter, I stay slathered in Vaseline from head to toe pretty much. But thank you. Yes, La Roche-Posay. Yes, yep, that's the one. I have like a mist. I think I have some moisturizer in there. I also like the Dermalogica. That's how you say it, right? Dermalogica, their skin barrier. I've been using that since cosmetology school. So I'm kind of all over the place. Just as long as your skin stays moisturized, I think you're good. I think you're good. Oh, also, I probably should have started this a lot sooner, but invest in an under eye cream. I'm still trying to figure that out. I use one from Paula's Choice. It's fine. It's okay. Oh, thank you. Kamani's Way. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I hope you had a wonderful day. You look gorgeous as always. By the way, I've been subscribed to you for a long time. I was hiding in the bushes looking. Well, I appreciate you for coming out of the rafters and joining us in the live. Thank you so much. Now, Amelia Bedelia, why are you always saying something like that? Amelia. But thank you. I appreciate you. All right. All right. So we have some things to discuss. Okay. Cheers. Go ahead and hit the like button for me, y'all. Oh, by the way, that last live that I did, the one about Shamea, baby, the way y'all ran that up. I don't remember the last time I did numbers like that on a live. So thank y'all so much. Y'all really came through for me. Reach the fish. You're being bad. Ebs, yes, Amelia is a free spirit, honey. Now, Amelia, I was gonna let you rock, but you got about like one more comment like that, and I might feel different. All right, y'all. I have a good amount of y'all in here. What was I just saying? I was thanking y'all for showing up and showing out in the last live. That one, baby, that one did numbers. Okay. So thank y'all so much. And thank y'all for giving me an amazing season for RHOA. Everybody that was tuned in, y'all chewed. Okay. So we have some things on the docket that we definitely need to discuss. All things Bravo tonight. Who should we start with? Let me see. Let us start with, let's start with Kandi. Yeah, Leah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Let me just jump into today's topic. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna start off with Miss Kandi Burruss. Kandi, she had some things to say. She had some comments regarding Shamea. And, you know, you remember how I felt a couple of days ago. I was like, this is what Kandi was begging producers to bring to us. I mean, I have never been more disappointed in a housewife than I have been with Shamea, because, you know, I never really cared for her from the start. And then when she came on and I saw, you know, the house and the cars and the things, I was like, okay, we have some wealth. We're being reintroduced to where the money resides. So I had high hopes for her. And then she had the season that she had. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what Kandi had to say really quick. Let me pull her up. As y'all come in, do me a huge favor. Please go ahead and hit the like button. Okay. I really appreciate y'all. Whoops. All right, let's share the screen, honey. All right.
She has a wonderful marriage, and I told her.
Okay, could y'all hear that? Just drop a 1 in the chat for me if y'all could hear what Kandi was saying. Looking back, I realized that being a friend of was the perfect space for her, because it gives her a lot of plausible deniability for victimhood. That part, Aaliyah. You clocked it, mama. All right, amazing. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all.
Should be a few things. One, I told her she really don't need that show. If she don't want to go back, she does not have to go back, and you know it'll be just fine. You know what I mean? She can live her best life. She has a wonderful marriage and a wonderful family. You know what I mean? But I said if she chooses to go back, then definitely don't hold back on her feelings. I don't really think that she lied. I feel like, okay, first of all, this is not me picking sides between the two, okay? I feel like there were issues in the friendship prior, and I feel like Shamea should have said something before instead of just acting like everything was okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes when things aren't okay, it's okay for you to have an attitude about it. It's okay for you to just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. You know what I mean? And just stand on it. I feel like just trying to be passive about things, it allowed it to come back later like, oh, you weren't tripping all this time, but now you want to trip. No, really, it's been bothering her the whole time, and she should have just said that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like the show itself is going to make it hard for the two of them to fix any friendship because, you know, that's the thing. When you're on TV and you real friends with somebody and y'all have a back and forth, typically in real life, you can have your back and forth, and then I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me, and then eventually we might get over it and start back talking. But it's not allowed to happen when you're on television together. When we fall out, then they're gonna make us keep bringing it back up. Everybody get to have an opinion about it. It's got to go viral. It's about to be a mess. So that's why I say it can, in my mind, probably get worse going into the next season. So either she just needs to address how she feels and be fully transparent, or no. And I told Shamea a few.
All right, y'all. Well, that is what Miss Kandi Burrs had to say. And I agree with her 100,000,000%. And I'm saying this as someone who is a recovering people pleaser. I used to be a person who was very passive and at times passive aggressive as well. I would just let things go, let things go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And something that I realized that was happening when I would just let things go was I wasn't really letting things go, right? Things would sit on my chest and in my heart, and it would just fester, and I would get angry. And when you're passive like that and you don't address things as they come up, or even if it even if it's not addressed as it comes up, right? You've had enough time to process, like, this is bothering me, especially in friendships. It needs to be brought up. Bubba, who is it? Somebody might be making a delivery, y'all. But I just feel like when you're passive like that and you don't address things as they come up, it's just a breeding ground for resentment. And you don't have any space like that for that in relationships. And then when I started therapy, I started, acquiring some more tools that helped me to communicate the things that I was feeling, and kind of realizing, like, the bottom is not going to fall out if I tell somebody they hurt my feelings or they annoyed me or whatever it is, right? I do think that a part of that stems from like childhood, and maybe times for whatever reason that maybe you didn't feel heard, or maybe you felt like you had to keep up appearances. It can be a multitude of things for people, but I know as somebody who used to deal with that, like it really doesn't serve you. And it really just bothered me so much watching Shamea go through this season, because I'm like, damn, this is really stuff from 10 years ago that should have been nipped in the bud. And like Kandi said, I said this in the last review, I don't even think that the time to discuss it was on the show. Like, it should have been a conversation before the show. And then when you come here, it's very clean slate. Nobody can dig a wedge between y'all. I can't remember who the commenter is, but oh my God, what is her name? She is so funny, this subscriber of mine. I think it's Harley Quinn. I need to find that comment, but it was so funny because what she basically said was like, Angela was leaving breadcrumbs for Shamea and Portia, and Portia and Shamea were Hansel and Gretel to the bullshit. And I just thought that that was so funny, but it was true, because something that Rodney said as well was that Portia and Shamea never personally addressed their issues. They never voiced what they were on the show. They only ever spoke about it with other castmates, and then the other castmates brought it to us. So yeah. Hey, Queen Paradise, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me see what y'all saying up in here, honey. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate you, babe. Leslie has been rocking with me for a long time. I really appreciate you, babes. Bye, Kandi. Why you saying bye, Kandi, Aaliyah? Shamea really doesn't need to come back next season. I feel like this. I feel like, my bad, y'all. It's a fruit fly in here. Oh, I caught his ass. Hold on one second. Let me just wash my hands really quick, because that was kind of gross. Hold on one sec, y'all. All right. Let me see what all y'all are saying in here, honey. Shamea doesn't need to come back another season. I did feel like that. I was like, I don't need to see her back on my TV, but I feel like this. Shamea could do another season. I wouldn't mind seeing her. I wouldn't mind. I'm curious, if anything, about Shamea. I would be curious to see how she would show up this time. Okay, just trying to see who was texting me. But my laptop, for whatever reason, is not showing me like the name on the caller ID. That's weird. Like it hasn't synced my contacts or something. I wouldn't mind seeing her because I'm just curious to see how she would show up after such an awful first season. Like, did you learn anything? Did you internalize anything that was said? By the way, y'all, that last live that I did covering Shamea's apology and that unhinged prayer from her cousin, I was down in the comments. The people were dragging the shit out of Shamea. They were not here for her shenanigans, honey. I can't with Kandi saying that she was holding back. Shamea didn't have much to give, and the parts that she did display solidified her identity as a victim, a gutter snipe, and very passive aggressive. Listen. I agree with that, Symmetry. You don't think that there's a real friendship between them, Aaliyah? God's number one. Until the mother gets it together, Horsha and Shamea won't be the same again. Oh, is my boo Hot up in here? Where's she at? Hold on. Hey, Hot. Thank you for joining, boo. Thank you, Hot. I appreciate you. I just saw your original comment. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much for joining the live. Sorry, I'm squinting because I don't have my glasses. Y'all know I wear glasses and I haven't been wearing them for reviews at all. So I be squinting, child. That's a monitoring spirit. Just had one in my room. They typically start showing up once I start relaxing and focusing. You think so, Aaliyah? Yeah, Ashley, I'm a big banana person. I'm very big on bananas. I have a banana almost every day. I have a smoothie every day because I'm like on my fitness kick. I've been on this fitness kick for the past 14 weeks. It's been 14 weeks of eating like I have some sense and 13 weeks of working out. So this is week 13 of working out for me. And I'm seeing the changes, y'all. I'm really starting to see some things and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, wow, I love my body. And I haven't been able to say that for a very long time. Like I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh. So yes, I'm big. I said all that to say that I'm big on bananas too. And thank y'all so much for joining this birthday live and for coming to chit chat with me on this good Wednesday evening. I love and appreciate y'all so much. This is an interesting comment from Rhonda Deba. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, Randa. So Randa is saying that they're the ones who should have made a pact and formed an alliance. They need to take a page from Giselle and Robin's book. This is such a great point. This is such a great point because this is the other thing, right? I feel like when you really friends with somebody, like you really gonna ride for them. Now, Y'all, I feel like a lot of y'all, I have introduced y'all to my best friend. She's on YouTube actually as Tatiana lately. So shout out to her. She has a vlog. She's doing like fitness things right now. She's doing super incredible on her channel. So go check my sister out at Tatiana lately. But in any case, we've never had issues or anything like that. But the thing is, I just feel like if she and I were put in a position where we were going to go on a show, I just feel like we have like a natural thing between us because we're really best friends. Like we've been friends for 15 years. There's this natural thing between us where like we're very protective over each other. I feel like people who are best friends, real friends, are on code about you never gonna say nothing about my bitch. Not around me. Like there's a code that you're supposed to have with your bestie. Shamea and Portia do not have that. They don't abide by the friendship code. So what are we doing here? What are we even talking about? Like you can't run around talking about your bestie to everybody who will listen, thinking that it will not get back to her. Now, to the other side, right? Because I don't want to completely come down on Shamea because I've always felt like Portia has been an awful friend. We have seen her show up as an awful friend on this season, right? What was I about to say? I was going down this train of thought about Portia being a bad friend and showing up as a bad friend. Damn, I really lost my train of thought just now. Where was I going with that? Thank you, Mrs. Ginger Jordan. Codependent and toxic. Yeah. With toxic mothers, yes. I don't think Portia even calls Shamea bestie. It's only Shamea that calls her best friend. Ooh, that's true. That's true, Moon. But they're not on code. They're not on code at all. All right. Now, what else? Did I have any other thoughts about Kandi before I move on to the next thing? Anything else about Kandi? I think I'm good on Kandi. I really don't have anything else to say about her. Let's go on to the next thing. Okay. All right, let's talk about Miss Kenya. Miss Kenya, it's a couple of things about Kenya in here that I want to address. So let's go ahead and do that. During Kenya Moore's blah, blah, blah. That's old. Okay. Kenya Moore. Let's talk about the light stuff and then we'll move into the heavier stuff with Kenya. Yeah, let me share my screen again. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Cynthia, I'm going to be very truthful right now. The reason first of all, she's not telling the truth about the timeline of, well, she's mistaken. I don't want to just say she's not, lying. I did reach out to and chatted with her via text messages the day after my salon event. I'm not upset with her for speaking her mind. I think she could have handled it differently, but that's not the reason I have not been speaking to her. I thought Cynthia was my writer, one of my best friends, my confidant, someone that I really love and trusted as a sister. We have been through our ups and downs, our lefts, our rights, whatever. But at the end of the day, I thought she was someone that I would always be able to trust. That's not true. Okay. Cynthia, I'm going to be, there were some private things that I told her, shared with her, and texted her that she shared with someone else. You're on YouTube. Okay, thank you. That she shared with someone else. And that really gutted me because in this world of housewives, and you meet people, you form these relationships. Some are because they're work people, they're cast members that you work with, and some they become really a part of your village. I trusted her with my daughter. I trusted her with my secrets. I trusted her with a lot of things. And trust me when I tell you this, I have kept her most private moments, her most private secrets to myself. There were some private things that I told her, shared with her, and texted her that she shared with someone else. You're on YouTube. Okay, thank you. That she shared with someone else. And that really gutted me, because in this world of housewives, and you meet people, you form these relationships. Some are because they're work people, they're cast members that you work with, and some they become really a part of your village. I trusted her with my daughter. I trusted her with my secrets. I trusted her with a lot of things. And trust me when I tell you this, I have kept her most private moments, her most private secrets to myself, and have never and will never disclose any private information, specifically speaking about intimate conversations that we've had, or text messages that we've had where I'm explaining something in a very intimate way. And I know that she betrayed my trust, and I won't tell you, specifically the people, the why. I know the why. And the why was not for my best interest. It was for hers. And so all this, I haven't spoken to Kenya, all this stuff. Please, just at this point, just please stop talking about me. You can stand on your own. You can say whatever you want to say, but please, I'm just saying, please stop talking about me. What you're saying is not true, and have never and will never disclose any private information, specifically speaking about intimate conversations that we've had, or text messages that we've had where I'm explaining something in a very intimate way. And I know that she betrayed my trust, and I just don't want that nonsense in my life anymore. I want genuine people who really are on my team, even if that comes down to 2 people. And one of those people is Brooklyn Daly. I'm okay with that. I think I know who my writers are. And, honestly, she's just not one. And,
Okay, y'all. Well, that is what Kenya had to say. What Kenya was talking about reminded me of the train of thought that I actually just lost, which was, to some degree, Shamea does. I mean, she does have a right to talk about her relationship, her experience, her friendship, right? So that's why I'm really curious about what this information is that Cynthia allegedly shared, because how private was it? Is Kenya putting 20 on 10? Like, I'm really curious about that. I need Cynthia to speak up about her part in this. I just got another super chat. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Mrs. Ginger Jordan. The happiest of birthdays to my little sis in my head. I'm 44. I so love your POV on things, and I look forward to your shows. Keep it going and keep pursuing your music as well. You're so creative, beautiful soul. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ginger Jordan. Like, that actually means a lot to me. Y'all really showed so much love when I shared my music. I was overwhelmed actually by the love, and I hold a lot in. I keep a lot to myself, and I'm just glad that I shared that with y'all, and y'all were able to just hold that for me. Yeah, so thank you so much for saying that, because sharing that with y'all and the response and the love that y'all showed is actually like what hyped me up to start writing again and feeling like, no, I need to do this. I need to pursue this. I have like a really weird back and forth relationship with music where I love it some days, and then other days I'm like, oh, I hate that song that I made, and I just feel like I'm too much up here. I'm too in my head, and y'all have helped me like move out of my headspace. So thank you again, Mrs. Ginger Jordan. I really appreciate you. Okay. So what was I saying? So yes, I'm just curious about what this thing is that Cynthia shared. What was it that was so groundbreaking? You know what I mean? Like, what was the deal breaker? Yeah, because Kenya said that Nene called Brooklyn a buffalo. Like, I guess, but it's usually a technicality with Kenya. I heard the story, but I want to know the details and to who she spoke to. Me too, hot. Yeah, she's saying that, Cynthia shared some personal information. I'm like, but what is personal? Like, is it something that happened between you two? So you feel like, oh, she's telling my business, but it's really something that happened between y'all two. That's the thing with Shamea too, that I feel like, yes, she should have been communicating with Portia 100%, but we're not going to sit up here and act like if a friend is cutting up with you, like, yes, you may have a conversation about that friend to another friend. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't be addressing that person. Like, that's Shamea's fatal flaw here. So, yeah. I don't believe this. Kenya over exaggerates. That's my thing, Brianna. I'm just like, I don't even know how to gauge, like, what's serious with Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to take this for real. Okay. And then I have another bit of news about Kenya that I need to share with y'all. A couple of Kenya things.
Know some tea. The upcoming Brooklyn, I go out of the room with that and shut the door, honey. So I do know that they're adding 2 new housewives to the team. They're adding 2 new housewives, and I think you guys kind of know them both. They're both like known people. One is a business person she's a restaurateur, and the other one is actually, you know how we always say, oh, it's giving Love and Hip Hop. The other one is actually from Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, there's that. There's that. Know some tea. The upcoming Brooklyn.
Okay. So she just revealed that Pinky Cole and K Michelle are supposed to be coming onto our RHOA. So before we even get to that, before we get to who she discussed, here's my thing. Girl, you're not even going to be on the show. You're not even coming back for season 17. So why the fuck are you leaking who is potentially going to be on the show? That pissed me off, y'all. Especially because, remember years ago, whenever she was cool with Love B. Scott was leaking a bunch of shit years ago. He was actually like one of the first ones that started doing that shit after Kenya came onto the show. So I'm like, why the fuck are you telling us business that you ain't got nothing to do with? It's like somebody who got fired from a job, and then you start working at the local newspaper and start printing things off and then posting up in front of the place where you got fired from saying, extra, extra, read all about it. This is what they're doing. This is who they're hiring. It's so fucking desperate. It's like, girl, Like, you don't have somebody to attend to in your shampoo bowl? You don't have like a blowout boot camp course that you could be giving to, the people who work at your salon, mama? What about the $25 washing sets that you were doing? Why are you talking about business that's not yours? That pissed me off, y'all. Like, it just annoyed me because I just miss the element of surprise when it comes to these shows. I miss when we would get a rollout for something, right? Or we would get a preview from that show, from that franchise, and the franchise announcing it was the first time that I learned whatever the new happenings were. Excuse me. I don't need Kenya Moore making announcements to me. Like, I didn't like that. Thank you so much, Adama. I appreciate you, boo. I would have loved it if it was kept a mystery and not revealed, even if it was all alleged. Yeah, like, because her leaking it makes it feel credible. It makes it feel like she really knows what she's talking about because she's connected with the cast and whoever else. But the actual cast is not even talking. It pissed me off. I'm like, why are you talking about this, girl? What about your business? Low-key vibes. I don't know where Kenya got this from. I don't know. This is just alleged, babes. I am just speaking to what Kenya is bringing to us. But if this is not alleged, right, let's just entertain the idea that K. Michelle and Pinky Cole are coming up here. Now, let's start with Pinky Cole, okay? She is the founder, creator of vegan restaurant. It's called Slutty Vegan. I always thought that was a horrible name for a business. I just always thought that was awful. And it just very inappropriate. Yeah, kind of weird. But the thing about Pinky Cole, I remember maybe like a couple of years ago. I can't remember the exact timeline, but I remember hearing a lot of different things about her not paying her employees or not paying them fair wages. Hold on, let me look it up so that I'm not talking shit. Hold on one second, y'all. Because this is why we have Google, honey. I wonder what'll come up. I see she's had some legal issues. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Slutty Vegan settles with former New York employees who filed lawsuit. Now, this is via Fox 5 Atlanta. Atlanta's Slutty Vegan plant-based restaurant chain, which is owned by Pinky Cole, has reached an agreement with 3 former New York employees who filed a federal lawsuit in April over unpaid wages. The employees, identified in court documents as Devon, Latoya, and Brandon, say they were denied bonuses and overtime pay amounting to at least $8,000. According to the judgment filed on September 18th, the 3 plaintiffs accepted a $10,000 settlement offer from Slutty Vegan in exchange for dropping the lawsuit. Clark and Adams were both hired for management positions by Slutty Vegan. They claimed they were never paid promised bonuses, required to work 50 to 60 hours a week, and had to perform tasks like grilling burgers, serving food, and general cleaning tasks. Cook was hired as a certified trainer. Slutty Vegan allegedly repeatedly miscalculated Cook's pay and did not provide enough uniforms for the trainer. Cole has denied the bar vegan allegations on social media. Okay, yeah, that is from September 19th of 2023, honey. So, girl, what's going on? Shout out to Niecy Nash. One thing I hate is an employer that takes advantage of people. I want to do some more research into this. I want to dig into it a little bit more. I'm sure that there's more about this. I'm seeing some stuff on Reddit come up. Pinky Cole gifts 2 of her longtime employees with her own restaurant. It just seems like a lot of shenanigans with her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, child. I don't even know. Let me see what y'all are saying down in this chat, honey. Okay, well, Sonique, here's the thing about the slut walk, which I kind of understood. You know, like the slut walk was kind of to kind of like take the word back. You know what I'm saying? During the Me Too movement, kind of like how Black people say nigga. It's kind of like a term of endearment amongst us, right? So that's why it's not offensive to us to use it. So I think in essence, that's what they were trying to do with Slut Walk. I just don't know how successful they were in getting their point across after all. And not only that, clown ass Amber Rose led the movement. So there was already going to be a stain on it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Noni. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much. Aaliyah, you're saying you're having energy crashes. I would say this. I recently went to the doctor and I got my labs back and I was prescribed vitamin D, which was very shocking to me, but that could explain why I've been so tired. So, you may be lacking in vitamin D. So, yeah. I saw on TikTok too, or my best friend said that there are a lot of Black women on TikTok who were saying that they were lacking in vitamin D and, were really depressed and tired and things like that. So, yeah, girl. I agree with you, Jenny C. Hold on one second. Ooh, we got another super chat, honey. Thank you so much, JC. I appreciate you. Happy birthday, princess. Okay, little like fun fact about me. I love being called a princess and I love being called diva. Like those are like a couple of my favorite terms of endearment. So that just made me feel so special. Thank you, JC. Thank y'all so much for blessing me tonight. Y'all really know how to make a girl feel loved for real. People automatically think it's K. Michelle because of the word singer, but haven't there been singers on Love and Hip Hop? That's crazy. I was always prescribed vitamin D because my levels were low. Yeah, child, we need to get some more sun, Ebbs. Thank you, DMS. I appreciate you, baby. Leo gang all day. Feel me? Leo gang in the building. Shout out to all my Leos out there. Okay. If it's Yandy or Rashida, keep them off the show. I don't think it'll be Rashida. I don't think it'll be Yandy either. I can see it being K. Michelle. Now, here's the thing about K. Michelle. K. Michelle has been in the reality TV space for a minute. Now, even though she is transitioning from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I actually, if she is really coming on the show, she is somebody that I would be looking forward to. She is somebody that I would really love to see how she would come and do things on this show. I think she would flip things on its head a little bit. She is a confrontational person. She's funny, she's witty, she's quick. She's delivered iconic lines. She's, said things that we still quote to this day. Anytime anybody says, "Ooh, I'm going to shake the table," we're referencing K. Michelle. K. Michelle is a stunt queen extraordinaire. And I think that she would give those girls on Atlanta a run for their money. So I actually will be here for that one. Pinky Cole, I don't know about her, because if you're not paying your employees, bitch, I don't want to see you here. Like, I think that you're dirty. And I think that, I don't like sneaky, scammy, trying to get one over on you types of people. So I'm going to have my good eye on her if that's actually the case. Okay, y'all, I'm pouring another one up. I'm all out of Aperol. I'm really sad about it. My local liquor store doesn't have it. There's another one that's not too far from me that has Aperol. But I'm going to have to make a special request at my place around the corner from me, because I love an Aperol spritz. It's like an orange liqueur, but it's very bitter. It's like drinking an orange rind over champagne. It is so, so, so good. I love it. But this is just Prosecco now, honey. Shout out to the Cameroonian king at the liquor store who bought me 2 bottles because I told my liquor lady it was my birthday. Kirk and his 3 earrings and Rashida got bags. I'm the type of girl you want to chew while on my bubble gum. I'm the type of girl you want to take to your mama house. Take to your mama house. First things first, I Sheeta. Mess around with no man who won't eat her. Oh, I love it, Randa. It's so good to me. Thank you, Hot. Comments moving kind of fast. I'm just trying to make sure. That's an interesting perspective. I always like the name for the most part, because initially veganism commercially had a brand of being so clean and bland, frankly, whitewash, if you really want to get down to it. Okay. You know what? I'm always open to a new perspective. I will never completely rule something out. So if that was actually like the reasoning behind naming it Slutty Vegan, then I can actually get behind that. Like the reasoning of that is sound, but I didn't resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear that the food was amazing. I heard that the food was amazing. So oops, what? K. Michelle will be putting them ladies through it. Baby, Jenny, I'm trying to tell folks. I don't know if they really want it with Miss K. Michelle, honey. K. Michelle used to be hell on wheels. She did, but she's doing amazing right now. She's coming into I think like her new artistic identity as a country singer. So that's been like really cool to witness and hear her talk about. I've heard her talk about it on a couple of different interviews and different things like that. One thing that I really do appreciate about K. Michelle is I feel like she just takes her artistry very seriously. I love a bitch who just takes themselves seriously when it comes to the art. Like they're really like locked in and focused with their shit. And that's what K. Michelle has always given me. She gives me fierce writer, fierce composer, like all of the things. So she's somebody that I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. You don't see K fitting in Dr. Brianna. Why not? I don't see how a Love and Hip Hop girly could be a good addition to RHOA, but I would love to be proved wrong. Kenya said that it wasn't Yandy. Okay. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate you, babe. Hey, Xavier. Curious if Pinky and Kelly would get along as restaurateurs. You know what? That could be interesting. It would be my hope that that they would be more like of a collaborative type of energy as opposed to competition, because I think it's kind of corny. You know, I feel like when you're doing things or when you're on a path that is similar to somebody else's, you know, I don't know. I'm just a girl that likes to compare notes. You know what I'm saying? You help me, I help you, and we can make this thing. Like, I just feel like it's always more beneficial to get on somebody's team. I don't like jumping into automatic, systematic competition. I think it's really so corny. Sometimes you can't avoid it because some people are just like that. You know what I mean? But so okay, let's talk about Cass, right? Who do we want to come back? Who do we even want coming back to RHOA? Okay, so for me, I think Drew can come back. I already know Portia's going to come back, so it kind of just is what it is. I wouldn't mind seeing Shamea come back. And the only thing about Shamea is like, yes, she got on my nerves so bad, but I think it would be good to see some follow up in the fallout between her and Portia, because I need to see how things are left off. How are you guys going to go forward? You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it's not just about Portia and Shamea. The other hub is, as Rodney the Voice calls them, Thelma and Louise, Mama Morton and Miss Dirty Diana. So there are other things about them that I would really love to get into. Britt, you want Britt to come back? Yeah, I warmed up to Britt a lot, and I just wish she didn't quit the show and sue the shit out of them, but it kind of just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind Kelly either. Kelly can come back, you know what I'm saying? Baby, when I tell you Kelly worked my last nerve, she worked my last nerve. I do think that she is a good fit, though, with these women. She works. Angela absolutely got to come back. Angela was the breakout star of the season. So Angela, Kelly, Drew, Portia, Shamea, Kate Michelle's name got thrown out there. Now, friend of is where things open up a little bit, because I don't need Cynthia back as a friend of, even though it seems as though everybody really liked her, including Bravo Auntie. How and ever, who I would like to see as a friend of is Miss Sheree Whitfield. Now, the thing is, Sheree's name had been mentioned a bunch of times this season, only ever in relation to Angela and Charles. So if Sheree pops up next season as a friend of on some, I heard you bitches was looking for me, bitch, here I go, I would be here for that. Mind you, Sheree gets on my nerves. Sheree works my nerves because I just feel like she is a person with so much squandered potential. She is a person with so much squandered potential. She had or could have had one of the biggest brands on RHOA. Everybody knows about She by Sheree. There's no reason why she should not have like a fully fleshed out athleisure wear line. She should have deals with Nike. I should have seen billboards with Adidas, Reebok, this, that, like every Fabletics. She should have had like all of the shit lined up. Also, Sheree is a beautiful woman. Sheree is pretty. Like, if Fenty would have snatched her up for this or that, like that would have worked too. Like, I just feel like with this type of platform, what are these girls doing? We not even gonna get into that, child. Let me see what y'all is saying up in here. Ooh, I got another super chat. Period. Y'all are running it up for my birthday. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you, Claudia. Claudia's been rocking with me for a minute as well. Thank you, baby. I really appreciate you. I love y'all. Y'all always know how to make a girl feel special. Sheree got the body, the face, and just not. Come on. Come on, somebody. Now, here's the thing about that, Rish, because she has the body and the face and not the work ethic. But the thing is, when you have that level of money and access and resources, you can outsource a lot of your work. A lot of, what comes with being on that level of success is a lot of times like paying to make the problem go away. You know what I'm saying? Like staying on top of it, making sure that you have a decent team. Now, that's not to say it won't be hard work, but I feel like it would be like a lot more rewarding than just clocking in somewhere, because I don't know what Sheree got going on. What is Sheree doing with her life? What is Sheree doing? So yeah, I would love to see Sheree come back as a friend of, and hold Angela to task a little bit. I really didn't like Angela's comments that she was throwing around talking about, oh, well, you weren't in a serious relationship, were you? You weren't monogamous with her, were you? And then Charles had to break it down like, no, we were out in the streets. I took her to Dubai. We were traveling together. We were doing our thing. So I don't know why Angela felt like she needed to downplay the relationship between Angela and Charles. I felt like that was nasty. It was very insecure. She's just a very insecure person. And that actually kind of works my nerves a little bit. No, absolutely not to Marlo. Marlo was an amazing friend of, and as soon as she got her peach, she started cutting up. I know, right, Jenny? Oh, I didn't know this, Adama. I did not know this at all. So she's a personal trainer now to celebrities in Atlanta? Wow. I didn't know that. That's very on brand, and that is very in alignment with everything about Sheree. So that is actually amazing. Now, in terms of becoming a personal trainer, right? I would imagine that you would have to have some type of certification for that. You have to go through some sort of training, and you have to have an understanding of the body and how things work and whatever else. So shout out to Sheree. I'm impressed by that. I am very impressed. What? Last time I checked, Mama was selling tummy tuck teas that fizz and water. Oh my God, wasn't everybody? The only thing Sheree cares about is men. That was the other thing that really pissed me off about Sheree, because she has so much potential, but she was running around after niggas in jail and just always willing to look like a fool over a man. I can't really rock with that. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to pay for a good team, child. All right. Let me see. She could get the A certification online. Nice. Okay. Personal trainers don't need training technically. And if you want to be a good trainer, sure, but anyone can. Really? I thought that there was more to it. I would think that there would be more to it. That's interesting. Okay. Atlanta is the land of uncertified professionals. Was in Atlanta where the 2-week veneer tech hoax was? I don't know exactly, but I would think that those what's it called? Those faux veneer technicians, I thought that they were all over the place. I just assumed that they were all over, child. But yeah, it makes sense that Atlanta will be one of the hubs for that kind of foolishness. Adama, sometimes it be like that, honey. It took 10 years for Sheree to figure out that she should focus on fitness and not fashion. Exactly. Yeah, Christian. Like even the thing about like, I can't remember how it came up, but this conversation about him taking Wendy Williams for a glass of wine, I think Wendy asked him out and he considered it or whatever. And she was like, well, would you go for a glass of wine with Wendy? And he was like, yeah. And Angela's like, so is the date? And he's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you asking him that? Like, the fact that he's saying it is what it is, he's not even saying, no, it's not a date, it's a glass of wine. He's letting you know, like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want when I want. And you're not going to do shit about it because you ain't going nowhere. And she's not. She wouldn't even leave her first baby daddy when he had a side baby. So I don't understand, like, why is you asking this man all of these questions? Like, I feel like you want your feelings hurt. I don't get it. Same, Ebbs. I didn't get it. It's a mess. Okay. Let me get into the next story. Let's see what else is going on, honey. All right. So we got another bit of Kenya Moore news. And this time we're going to tap into our homie Kempire. So shout out to Kempire. Let me just pull up Mr. Kempire on the stage, honey. All right. So this is the last bit from Kenya. Let's get into it.
Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore is being sued for unpaid rent for her hair spa. But it's not stopping there. Kenya filed her own countersuit against the landlord. So it was just a few weeks ago that Kenya actually alluded to issues between her and her landlord on her YouTube channel.
No matter what happens to this salon, I told you guys when I did the first confessionals, I had a dispute with the landlord. The landlord has not given me back my TIA, that's tenant improvement allowance. I was allotted $79,000 some $100 to improve this place. And so it's like whole floor. I built an entire second floor. I have not gotten a penny back from that. So if I'm not paying rent and they're not paying me TIA, we're at an impasse, so something has got to give. So whether that means I'm going to be in here next year, next month, next week, we'll see. So keep trying because I'm just going to climb regardless if I'm here or not.
So the girls are fighting on X report this. According to the court filing, the landlord alleges that More Vision Media Incorporated failed to pay rent for several months, specifically from December 2024 through April 2025, totaling $21,897.40. This averages about $4,379.48 per month. The landlord, through their attorney, Brian S. Goldberg, states the following: the tenant is behind on rent, the lease term has expired, the tenant has refused to leave despite demand, a warrant may be issued for removal of the tenant and any other occupants. The landlord is also requesting additional costs and fees related to operating expenses, storage charges, and legal fees. Oh, but wait, Kenya filed her own suit. According to the Neighborhood Talk, they said in court docs, the property landlord Northland Chambly LLC, which owns the property, filed this eviction case against Kenya's company, More Vision Media, back in April of 2025. But Kenya didn't just sit back and let it slide. In June of this year, Kenya hit them with a countersuit demanding over $89,000 in damages, claiming breach of contract and legal fees. Because the dollar amount is way over what magistrate court can handle, both parties just agreed to move the whole situation to Superior Court. This is a mess. However, I remember that video that she posted and her alluding to an issue between her and the landlord when it comes to her TIA. I'm not surprised by this, but I'm also not surprised at a story like this happening after a housewife leaves Real Housewives. It seems like the way things always play out. I hope that they can figure this out. Atlanta, don't forget, literally a week from today, I will be in Atlanta for our Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era live show at City Winery. Get your tickets. Meet and greets are available. Then we're in DC August 22nd, then back in New York City on September 12th. Get your tickets today. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore.
Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. My bad, y'all. I took myself off the stage. Okay. Yeah. So I don't even know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Real Housewives of Atlanta is a big bag. It's a big bag for the OGs. It's the bag. Portia was making close to $2 million per season, and I'm sure that it was much of the same for Kenya Moore. So, I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse, but she did it to herself, and she's the reason that she's in this predicament. It's very unfortunate. You know, she put Little Brooklyn's college fund into this salon, and she can't pay her rent because the business is not turning over for her like that, you know? Yeah, I was one of those people, Adama. I found it interesting that she let us know ahead of time that she was having issues with the landlord. And I said, oh, there's something there. We're going to hear more about that because, yeah, I just thought it was odd for her to kind of throw that out in the midst of everything else that she was talking about. And then she was also coming down on, you know, we all believe it was House of Aaron for prank calling her. And she's like, oh, well, I pay your bills. And, you know, I'm making you rich. Kenya, don't be dumb. The viewership pays your bills too. If we weren't tuned into Real Housewives of Atlanta, you wouldn't have a check. So it goes both ways. It works both ways. You can't be like, oh, well, I'm self-made and, you know, I earned this all on my own and y'all need to talk about me for a check. Yeah, we're talking about you because you're on the show, mama. And you cut the fuck up and you did some dumb shit that put yourself in a terrible predicament. Now you got to pop pussy on YouTube like the rest of us, girl. Nene lost her lounge because of unpaid rents too. Really? That's so interesting. Yeah, she had a lounge, Ebbs. It was called Lenethia Lounge. I think that when you go into a business like that, I feel like the girls just be throwing their money into business sometimes just to do it, and they don't even consider if it is actually in alignment with their brand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Risa, thank you for joining. That's a great question, Ebbs. Is Cynthia's wine bar still open? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about what was it called? The Bailey Wine Cellar. What about the Bailey Agency? Whatever happened to Cynthia's modeling agency? Didn't she have like a line of sunglasses as well, or glasses or something like that? That just felt kind of random. And now she's in business with somebody where I guess they design suits. I don't know. I don't understand what Cynthia is over there doing. Bailey Wine Cellar is permanently closed per Google. That is hilarious, Jameer. That is hilarious. Okay. What else here? Let me just check something. I think I have, I'm almost pretty sure I have one more thing. My bad, y'all. I don't know why. Every time I log into Instagram from my web, it starts cutting up really bad. Okay, here we go. Messages. Here we go. Wait, is that? Oh, here she is. All right. Let's get into my last story of the evening. Yes, Mia, honey. So take a look at this, y'all. Now, RHOP alum Mia Thornton seemingly goes public with singer Bobby Valentino. This is definitely my get prettier and have fun era. I just feel like Mia be doing stuff. She be doing stuff just to do it. But shout out to Bobby Valentino. I'm a woman of a particular age, right? So I remember when Bobby Valentino was a part of this group called Mista back in the day. It was a group that came out in the 90s, and they had this song called Blackberry Molasses. Blackberry Molasses don't ever change. You gotta keep pushing on. The sun don't rain all the time. It's gonna be some heartache and pain. So if y'all remember Mista from back in the day, Bobby Valentino was a part of that group before he became a solo artist. Slow Down came out when I was in high school. I actually remember when Slow Down came out because it was my cut. Like, it was really my jam. I feel like it was like a good 2004 or 2005 moment when Slow Down came out. Yeah. Outside of that, I really don't know what else Bobby Valentino got going on. Hold on. Let me just see. I'm gonna just do a quick search because you never know. Maybe he has some business ventures, because I just feel like Mia's the type of person where she's gonna go where the money resides. Bobby V, 45 years old. He has a net worth of $6 million. Wow. Okay. What is Bobby Valentino doing now? Active in the music industry, managing his own label, Veltre Music Group, and releasing new music. He recently had a health scare, experiencing a neurological episode, but has since recovered and is continuing with his music and performances. He's also been involved in R&B Thursdays events at the Alley Music House in Dallas. All right, well, shout out to Bobby Valentino. We love that for you, Bobby. I'll say this about Bobby Valentino. I haven't never really heard his name in no shit. I've never heard of him being problematic or anything like that. I could be wrong. Now I know if I am wrong, one of y'all going to jump down in the comments and correct me, honey. So I'm not even worried about it because y'all going to hold me down. I don't know, Ashley. That's a great question. Same, Aria. Hey, Ariel. Thank you for joining, boo. I didn't see when you came in. I agree, Adama. She need to let that blonde hair go. I'm so sick of it. Where are the children, child? Probably with Gordon, with their daddy. Oh, yes. I saw that, Adama. Cynthia is in her acting bag currently. I did see that. She took some photos of herself with some special effects makeup on, and she looked like, well, the way they did her makeup, she was supposed to have been, beaten and bruised. So yeah, shout out to Cynthia. She's doing her thing. I hope she's taking her craft seriously and taking her classes and the things like that. So I love when the girls follow their dreams. Rish, I agree with you. Ooh, you cooked with this one. Risa, you cooking here. I said on Twitter that everything Kenya ridiculed and berated other women for befell her. Baby. Yeah, Cynthia's doing her thing. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of this, what to say to this. Shout out to Mia, shout out to Bobby Valentino. Maybe they're happy together. What is this a setup for? Because we don't know where Mia is going to be. Recently, she had some comments where she was like, "Oh, some shit about RHOP, and oh, I'm no longer there, and I'm so grateful for this journey." The shit that people be saying in Instagram posts. But does that mean that she is potentially going over to RHOA? Because I do not want to see her. Mia Thornton is one person I would hate to see back on my TV, and I will tell y'all why. She stirred up and kicked up a whole lot of shit concerning her own life and her own children, and she couldn't even stand on the fuck shit that she brought to the show. I don't like Giselle like that. But one thing I respect about Giselle is no matter what kind of season she had, she got her ass up on that stage and she took her lashings. She got her ass on stage and she took her lashings and she sat her ass down in the chair and didn't move. She didn't shed a tear. She didn't whimper. It wasn't none of that shit. She took it and she kept it pushing. And that's what I respect about Giselle. So I can't respect Mia. I feel like the moment that you got your ass up and you walked off of that stage and you left the reunion, you walked out of our lives forever. So why are we getting these updates, Miss Thing, on your life? Go and live your life. Go and be happy. Like, we don't need announcements from you. I don't want to know. I don't care. I'm just mentioning it because I'm just like, I did see a lot of people in the comments saying that they would love to see her on RHOA. And I'm like, no, I don't want to see her. That's how I feel, Claudia. Oh, what y'all talking about down here? Quan's Universe. Hey, boo. Exactly. Her next stunt. Clock her. So Mia is keeping the wig. I see. Y'all are funny. By the way, Bonnie, have you reported on Garcelle and her new beau? I haven't. I did see something about Garcelle and her new boo, but I didn't really look into it. Let me see something. Hold on. Because I did see it. I didn't look deeper into it because I don't really be caring about Garcelle like that. No shade. Like, she's a legend and everything like that, but I'd be like, all right, girl. Okay, let's see. Garcelle spotted with new boyfriend, Earl Robinson, CEO of Goodwill Brands. Let me see this man face, child. See if he looked like something. Child, where the fuck is my glasses? I don't have them here. Oh, Lord. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. I can't really make out his face. Oh. All right, I'm about to drop this to myself so we could pull it up and have a little chat, honey. And then this will be the last one, and I'm gonna jump out of here because we pretty much covered everything. Ready to be my everything. All right, let's pull up Miss Garcelle, honey. This is Garcelle and her new man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't expect him to look like nothing. His face card is T. The face card is T, y'all. Ooh. Another Cash App, period. Yes, ma'am. Let's see what this is. I just got a Cash App from JC. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you so much. That's what I said, Nana. That's Ebbs. Listen. Is that him? That pic is from 2019. That's not him. What? Wait, it's not? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up something more recent, y'all. Garcelle reveals her new boyfriend, Michael Elliott, a screenwriter and producer. Brown sugar like Mike, just right. And that mess Aaliyah, the princess of R&B. Michael just announced last month that he and his wife, Mecca Elliott, have transitioned from marriage to friends. Mecca says authentically uncoupling. Oh. Okay. Let me see. I'm just trying to make sure it's the same man, y'all. Because they both brown skinned and bullheaded. They both brown skinned and bald headed. I don't know, because these pictures that I'm seeing him with Garcelle, and I can't make out the face super close, even though I'm like enlarging it. What the hell? All right, let me pull up this other one, y'all. I can't really. And then, of course, I can't enlarge from here. I'm just trying to find a better one. But if that other one that I showed y'all is him, then it looks like him. Debuts romance with, let me look him up, CEO Earl Robinson. Hold on. CEO Earl Robinson. Goodwill Brands, okay. Yo, when I look this man up, I can't even get no good pictures of his face. I don't know what's going on. Everything is just like this awkward, he's awkwardly turned, or his head is kind of down. That's so weird. Earl Robinson, let me look it up the other way. CEO, see if it comes up different. Okay. Is this the same guy? Oh, it doesn't look, I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe. All right, I'm about to, Goodwill Brands and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I think that's him, y'all. That's the one. Yeah, he's a cutie. Y'all, the face card is tea. I'm very happy for Garcelle, and I'm also happy that I don't know. I just feel like, and it's not for me to say, I just feel like I don't know. I like to see us with our people, even though I'm not saying that you shouldn't date outside your race or anything like that. I just personally, I feel a closer bond to people who kind of like have an understanding of like our culture. You know, like I just don't want to have to explain certain things to somebody outside of my race, like how certain things work. I feel like if you're a part of the diaspora, Caribbean, from the South, from the Midwest, from, you know, Africa, whatever, like cool, but interracial, it's not for me personally, but you know, shout out to the girls who do it. I just hope it's real and not some stunt or scam. Now the thing is, Ariel, I don't think that it would be a stunt or scam, especially considering like Garcelle has left Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so she's kind of just doing her thing, you know? Yeah, Randa, I didn't know if I was the only one who felt like that. I'm just like, yeah. And that's not to say that we can't be mistreated by our own people, but sometimes like having like that cultural understanding is just very, very important. Hey, Quan, I don't know if I said hello to you before, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. Yes, all of that melanin is beautiful, honey. Height appropriate. That's funny. That's the new man. But that's him. Kempire has the same picture. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Let me find out he's scamming too. That's why he hiding his face. I don't think so, Hot. I don't think so. But yeah, he looks good. They look good together. I hope that Garcelle is happy. You know what I mean? She deserves loves, and I know that she wanted to find it. I know that's something that she was actively looking for. So I'm happy for her. I genuinely am happy for Garcelle. I love it. Okay, Quan. All right, y'all. So I am about to get out of here. I'm about to go and wind down for the night. It's 9:30. I have to say I love y'all so much. Thank you for making this birthday special for me. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past hour and a half or so to come and, you know, chit chat and wish me well wishes. And again, I feel really amazing about 38. I'm excited. I was anxious for a little while before, but now I'm excited. I'm like, yes, like I have things to do. Like I have so much that I want to give, and especially like creatively, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm just like really excited about that. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining the live again. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Randa. Thank you, Ebbs. I appreciate you, Jameer. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, everybody who joined. And thank you to everybody who is going to be catching the replay. Please do not forget to hit the like button for me. Thank you, Hot. Thank you, baby. Bye, Jenny C. Bye, Christian. I'm trying to figure out what is going to be up next for my channel since our RHOA is gone. And that was like my big money maker for my Monday nights. Like I really cleaned up well. And for our RHOA, all of my videos were monetized except for one side video that I did about Brit, but I cleaned up for our RHOA. So I'm just going to figure out what is next. I may just do like, you know, some hot topics like, you know, Erica De Niro TV, like Ronnie the Voice. You know, I might just jump on here and do some live hot topics because the one we did regarding Megan and Slim Thug was really good. It was really fun. I love that. And I love going live because I ain't got to edit. I don't have to edit. So we're going to figure it out what's going to be coming down the pipeline in the next few weeks. I love y'all so much. Get some rest. Anything else? I think that's it. All right, y'all. Bye.